merciless to take that opening frame. He's got the first frame now safely in the bag. So Martin Gould getting frame 2 underway, having had half a chance to win the first frame, missed a relatively easy pink in the middle. You can always forgive yourself for doing that first frame of the match, but obviously can't afford to miss too many of those throughout the tournament. Otherwise you'll be on your way home. So a good start for Dave.
And he's certainly taken the pot on here. Oh, how well did he strike that? What beautiful shot. It's one of his strong suits. Bit unlucky really to catch the knuckle in the middle pocket. He's got a tricky blue now to go in and out of balk. That's very well played. It's a great chance now. He's unlucky if he's come straight. And the distance that travelled then will leave the cue ball off the blue, and he's like a millimetre out.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? And the fact that he is straight, he can't get onto the black nicely. He'd have to leave a three-quarter ball black and then he can get onto it straight. Yes, yeah, he's played that just about as good as he could have done. Just under three-quarter ball, so this shouldn't be any problem. And the first red, you often hear me say on commentary, you get what you deserve, and that first red deserved to score heavily from here. Excellent red. As Terry mentioned, very unlucky to have caught the jaw of the middle pocket, but played the beautifully at 9 prime position.
15. $22. 23. $30. $31.
Just slightly awkward there with that red behind the black for position. Maybe just screw past it. It's quite good.
38.
He'd like to make his mark now in this frame after misses an opportunity in the first frame when he got in.
39.
Yeah, the fact that he's hampered may have to just play a little slow roll through here for the one directly behind the black, which is great if you pot it and get rid of it, but obviously the pot's going to be a little bit more difficult than he would like, especially if he's straight. Obviously the Crucible, such a tight venue, and sometimes we have a bit of trouble in getting the camera directly behind the shot, but as you'll see here, we've managed to get the camera right in behind the shot. Slightly the wrong angle, can run round 2 cushions to get into the black. Well, from what I've seen so far, Terry, both
47.
players appear to be going nicely.
Yes, give them time, they'll start to fail. Everybody else does, so why shouldn't they? No, it's been very good, isn't it, from both players? As you said, Willie, if you don't get started, it can be a hard old grind out there, so with this start, we're in for a good match here. And he's okay there. Just played that a gentle screw into the reds. Well, he's caught it a little too thick. He's turned out okay, although he's bridging awkwardly. Straightforward run through for the black.
$55.
This game's all about fractions. If it comes 2 inches further down, it's quite straightforward to get on the next red. He's just finished betwixt and between there. There you can see the angle on the black. He could probably screw back in between the gap of those 2 reds, but there again, nothing pots in this corner. So not absolutely perfect here. Played through the gap. Now is he on a red? The top one of those 3 will obviously pot into the corner, but he'll be taking the white up to the balk end of the table.
62.
It just shows you when you play around the black, you've got to be extra careful, always to leave the right angle on the black if you can. Didn't do it that time. And that's the result, you see.
Martin Gould, 62.
And I'm a little surprised he played the hold it. The fact that he's 62 points in front, he'd have probably been better playing 2 cushions for the yellow, getting a good white just in case. It wasn't straightforward. And this is a real chance for Dave Gilbert to get right back into this frame.
It's the same old story. If Martin Gould had been left that red by Dave Gilbert, he'd have made it 10 out of 10. But because he lost position himself from an ideal situation, he didn't forgive himself for it and was down there in 2 minds. If you haven't got a clear mind in this game, will you're anybody's?
Yeah, and such is the standard of all the PTCs have been playing this year. All players are in form. And the fact that you're 62 in front is not enough, because if he gets nicely on the colour here, okay, if it wasn't the World Championship, I would suggest he'd be favourite to win the frame. And he's 62 behind. He gets through the ball, Dave Gilbert, so well. He's over-screwed virtually every screw shot he's played, but boy, he gets into the ball nice. Just watch the reaction on the white there. I mentioned now that little flick there has got everything in open play. 62 points could disappear very quickly here.
8. Nine. $15. 16. 23. 24. 29.
He's made this look easy so far, but it's the first time he's slipped out of position slightly. He's had a kick then on the cue ball, wanted to come away from that cushion a little further. So not an angle here, and on this black it's just off straight, not where you want to be. Now he's playing to screw back. This will be some shot. And he struck that well. So good he could have done from there. He's looking very impressive in the balls.
37. 38.
I'll definitely be playing up for pink or bought colour off the last red here, which makes getting onto the yellow easy, because the yellow's just obviously, as you can see, off its spot. Doesn't really want to risk playing for the blue here, because then
45.
you've got to risk playing for a gap. I mean, ideally you'd like to get on the green or brown dead straight in the opposite corner, so you can just stun it in for the yellow. There's one thing I wouldn't be playing for the pink here. I'd definitely be playing for green or brown. The reason I say that, if you get on the
46.
pink dead straight, it's not straightforward. But he's got on it okay. Could have been a little bit careless there playing for the pink, but there's no problem. Should win the frame now.
$52. $54.
He's had one or two difficult positional shots to cope with, but fair play to him. This is really good quality stuff. Wow, that green had a look in before it dropped. Now the victory of this second frame has set him in the face. He may be feeling a bit more pressure.
61.
Oh, well. The vital shot, the brown. He needs blue and pink to pinch this frame. Martin Gould, I think he's got a sniff of a chance here, because I don't think he's got a lot of angle. He may be able to force the cue ball around the table, but he may fancy just dropping it in. And he's had a kick. Now that's made
66.
a big difference. If you notice with Dale Gilbert, he likes playing a lot of stun and screw shots, which if the cue ball would have moved its natural path there another 3 or 4 inches, it would have been a much easier pot for him. Pink to win then. Very well played, sir.
72 in the frame.